Where we load our style sheets and JavaScript files can have an effect on the perceived speed of a page. If the user can see some content, even before the JavaScript kicks in, it's a much better experience. When a browser encounters a script tag, it stops what it's doing completely to download and run the script. If we put our scripts at the top of the page, that means it's downloading our JavaScript files first and then later getting down to parse our HTML body. This means while our scripts are downloading, there is no content for the user to see. Now, if we put our scripts at the bottom of the page instead, by the time our script starts loading, there's at least some content on the page, making the page seem to have loaded faster. This doesn't always work, however. If you have inline scripts in your body that depend on functions or variables from those external scripts need to be loaded before those inline scripts. Now, if your content is built dynamically with JavaScript, the benefit can also be minimal, since the content comes from the JavaScript anyway. It's best to start your project with the JavaScript files loaded at the end of your HTML body. This will help ensure that you don't do anything that assumes that the script has been loaded earlier, making it more difficult to switch later. Style sheets, on the other hand, are different. We want to usually place these in the head of our HTML document. Because we are concerned with how quickly the user sees the content, we want to make sure it's properly styled. If we loaded our style sheets after our content, one of two things could happen. It could either render the content unstyled, then restyle everything once the CSS is found, and this is ugly and distracting, and some browsers won't even begin to render the content to avoid that flash of unstyled content, and will instead show a blank page until the styles are loaded. Either of these situations make the page feel slower. So in most situations, you want to load your style sheets in the head of your page and load your scripts right before the closing body tag. There are exceptions, and you should always test to make sure you're getting the best possible performance.